Hello, and welcome back to Teacher Tips by Alessia's Academy. In today's teacher tip video, we'll be exploring how to write an email. In our fast-paced world, it is important to understand the tools that we use to communicate so that we can do so more effectively. When it comes to writing emails, it's important to remember that the person seeing it will only be able to read the words on the page. There's a lot of context and meaning that we lose when we're not given the opportunity to use things like body language and facial expressions. For example, something that might sound like a joke in person when everyone's laughing together with open and relaxed body language can be interpreted as mean or hurtful if that person was only reading those same words on a page all by themselves. This is why it's important to be careful about the tone of your email. Emails are only one form of communication, so you want to think about whether it is the right platform to use for what you're trying to say. When it comes to writing an email, less is usually more. Over-explaining yourself is usually not necessary. If you find that you need to be writing more than a paragraph or so, you may want to consider calling the person or speaking face-to-face if possible, so that your context and tone don't get lost through the screen. Now that we have a better understanding of when to use an email, let's get into some of the writing mechanics of it. The first thing we need to do is start with a blank email. Usually somewhere at the top of the left of your inbox, there's a plus sign or compose button. Once you click it, it will give you a new blank email to start. In the To section, you would write the email address of the person you want to send it to. You will also notice two other sections. One says CC, which means you can add additional people that you want to copy in the email, but they are probably not the ones that you need a response from. For example, you might want to email your teacher about something that you feel your guidance counselor should also know about. So you would write your teacher's email at the top and then the guidance counselor's email in the CC section. The third section that you'll see is BCC, and this means that you're going to blind copy someone. Any email addresses that you write in this line won't actually show up in the email that the person is receiving. They stay hidden. For example, when I would email my students, I would usually put my own email address in the To section, and then I would type in all of my students' addresses in the BCC spot. This meant that when students clicked reply, their reply would only go to me, not the whole class. And it also helps with confidentiality. Not everyone is comfortable sharing their email address with the entire class, and so this is one way to keep things confidential. Once you've decided who to send it to and how you want them to receive it, you would then need to come up with a subject. This should give a very short and quick explanation of what your email is about. For example, if I had a reminder to send to my class for the next day, my subject would be something like, "Reminder, bring book for English class tomorrow." This now brings us to the actual body of the email itself, which has three parts: your greeting, the body, and your sign-off. In your greeting, you want to be polite and think about how the person might receive it. Don't forget to include a comma after your greeting, the same way that you would when writing a letter. Some examples of greetings for your email are hello, good morning, good evening, dear, hi, or greetings. Remember that your relationship with the person and what you're telling them helps to determine what your greeting might be. So you might feel comfortable using something more informal like, "Hey Alexis," with a friend. But when emailing a teacher, you may feel more comfortable being more formal, like, "Good morning, Miss Rayo." In my example with my class, I would usually begin my email with "Hello everyone," because I'm addressing multiple people in my email. But if you are only emailing 1 to 2 people, it is good to use their names. Don't forget to include a comma at the end of your greeting. You then would press enter twice to skip a line and then begin the body of your email. Remember, the person will only be able to see the words on the page, so try to be concise and mindful of context and tone that may be lost through email. Once you've said what you need to, you then need to sign off your email. There are a number of ways that you can do this, and which one you choose depends on what you have said in the body of the email. So if you're asking the person for something, you should probably end with something like "thank you." But if you're just informing them of something, you might want to say "kind regards" or "sincerely." Use what makes the most sense for what your email's about. You end an email kind of the way that you would end a letter. Give a sign off with a comma, and then on the next line, you write your name. Some examples of sign-offs are sincerely, kind regards, warm regards, best wishes, thank you, yours truly, all the best, or see you soon. I always recommend reading your email over at least once to make sure that you've said everything you needed without any spelling and grammar mistakes. After that, all you have to do is click send and then you're all done. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos that teach you how to learn for life and get through school while taking care of yourself. Until next time, see you soon.